What up, everybody? Welcome back. It's your boy Beef. It's part 11 now of our Thorgrim Grudgebearer Age of Reckoning sort of Let's Play campaign. And I'd say we've done pretty well for the time being. Many provinces under our control. No real internal threats. I do want to address one of the comments made by Cody. I believe Cody Brox. And I do agree that the Empire definitely needs some assistance in forming so that it's a proper strong ally. You know, I don't want them to just be some sort of weak force that couldn't assist me in any of my future wars in the north, especially in the reclamation of our Norse-dwarf territory over here, Krakadrak, so which I do intend to go to, and having the Empire be free of these, the scourge of the Groby and the Zanganaz over here. You know, we're going to take them out. So Groth Hogmug's army is going to be reformed. And I think Zufbar, Oakenhammer, Drakenhof, all of these goodies. Part of me wants to keep Drakenhof for the gold, but at the same time, I am petty and I dislike temperate climate. I just don't like staying in places that aren't really meant for my race. So I will likely be selling this off to Balthazar and using Balthazar and his forces to push north, giving Franz a lot of the other regions up here. But we're going to start off with Balthazar and Sylvania. I think that's what Groth's going to be doing, while we're still using Thorgrim in the south to finish off the rats, which I believe are here, and potentially fight the High Elves, or come to assist in the Mountains of Morn, which Cazador has done a good job of at least holding off the enemies, and we've slowly expanded and taking a full province here in the Wolflands, and potentially moving towards the Silver Pinnacle. That is a little too far north, though. At least the Desolation of Drakenmore gives us a nice force marchable settlement we can get back and forth to. But with all that said, I am still going to wait for some of this stuff to finish being constructed before I kind of fully dive into recruitment. I will begin soon. Before that happens, let's get that set up to make it cheaper and increase the capacity, because I'm happy with the amount of heroes here. I don't need a Thane. I think one of each here is solid, and we'll build from that. I definitely want to wait for artillery to be upgraded properly. Organ guns, flame cannons, both of them being awesome. I think 2 organ guns and 1 flame cannon is a good amount of artillery. Getting some iron breakers as well. So we'll be giving him a nice flavorful force. But until then, Thorgrim has to get more magic items that he needs, all of his special weapons. So with that, we're moving on. Marienburg's destroyed. Yes, you could see the Empire is struggling up there. Okay, raid a couple regions. We could do that. I know about Kargzorn. So moving south was also mentioned by in the comments. And with this faction here, can't remember, for some reason I can't remember his name. Thork Ironbrow, with his faction over here, set up down at Kargzorn. I want to get a confederation with them eventually. That is definitely on the agenda. So we'll be working on that over time. Until then, I'm going to let Thorgrim regenerate one more turn before we go off and fight a battle with him. Cazador, however, we need to raid a region of the ogres and greenskins. Wouldn't mind raiding this region here. Just getting that done could prove useful,
grudges will be settled,
as I do not want too many grudges. It's also easy money, right? Easy money in Oath Gold. It's a worthwhile pick, I would say. Reload reduction time could be useful. We are moving towards better infantry. These infantry boosts aren't really very impressive, though. I mean, we're a high leadership faction as is. Perhaps increasing relations with dwarves. I mean, I do want to confederate Thoric, right? So that could be useful. Let's get that. 3 turns only is pretty nice, too. Alright. Kazakarak's chillin'. Gonna do some administrative stuff real quick. Also, we gotta worry about Yanni. Yes. I do want Yanni to deal with our problems here. It's more of just a protective force. I don't even think I want him to have the RORs. I would like to eventually Actually, I'll do that now. Let's give him a proper little military building here at Dragonhorn Mine. I know I said it could be a... Actually, do I want it at Dragonhorn? Yeah, I do. Just because I want to be able to recruit troops. Because I'm going to get rid of these. So that they can be recruited in an emergency situation.
If you say so, beardling.
As that's the best way to use RORs. Could do some global recruitment, but that's a little too expensive. We have all our allied troops. I might want to get different allied troops, though. You know, I can recruit my own quarrelers and cannons.
Master of Runecraft.
And, I mean, Reichsguard would be cool. I think it would be cool to have some Reichsguard. Perhaps Yanni would eventually go over and help our allies out over there anyway. That is definitely an option. Get that upgraded. Just making sure we're good here with all of our upgrades. Besides the growth buildings, they're not all that important. At least not at this very second. Alright.
Yes.
We could start recruiting here, however. I do want him to have an Iron Drake, right? That's going to be really good against the undead, for sure. So I would like 2 of those. And I don't really know if I want to go too much in terms of the Thunderer route. They're very reliant on terrain, whereas Quarrelers are just a more versatile ranged option. So I think I'm going to stick with that. I know where my hero is. He's not moved. I'm waiting to form another army here eventually. I'm sure I will. As a matter of fact, let's get him over to Yanni. Nope, nope, nope. Still not hiring them.
It is time.
Not at the moment. I wish Cunning was not debuffed. You know, it's only local owned regions now. Alright, well, what we can do is a bit of trade farming. Still want Grungni. Our research rate's showing at 231. That's pretty good, but I want more. Quick check on diplomacy. Not worth going with the non-aggression pact there.
Onward.
And Zufbar's not that far from a confederation. Neither is Kadrin. They're not. Obviously, Thork Ironbrow is desperately far because he's the one I really need to worry about. So we'll want to buff relations with him as soon as possible. But we are moving on. Alright, so Aranessa wants a peace treaty. She's at war with many of my enemies. Many of my allies, I meant to say. Pardon me. Sorry. So I don't necessarily think I want to end our war. But that frees up Yanni to go towards the enemies of the Empire. And because Franz is struggling, and I do want to help Franz. So at this, I do think we can go with this. We can definitely squeeze out some more. That's fine. I'm not going to do it again. Alright, peace treaty it is. Okay, the Greenskin land has been raided. That's excellent. Lots of upgrades. Grease's Skulltooth has decided to besiege the settlement. So that's not what we want. We're going to hustle... I want to be in my own territory, though, to get heals. But I could force march there in 2 turns if I do that, so screw it. He's not going to press the attack yet. Highly doubt it. And there's no military presence there. None there either. So Grimgor seems to be dealing with problems elsewhere. So we could deal with Greasus. Let's get a look at his army. A decisive defeat here. Decisive seems a little aggressive. I necessarily think it'd be decisive. Shields there will help them a little bit, but they're only bronze. This won't be a problem once I actually have my forces, so we'll hold tight. And then I think we're going to blow up the Sentinels. And potentially even blow up Damon's Stump. I don't really want to push out this way too much yet, as I know we're going to have to deal with I mean, you could see it's deteriorating. I know we're going to need to deal with that. Got our recruitment done here. That's good. I definitely want more quarrelers. Not too many more. Because we have to think. I'm going to want at least 4 iron breakers.
The axe thirsts for war.
And that puts me at 13. 3 units of artillery. Alright, 16. 4 units after that. So I could actually probably go with more. Maybe even 2 flame cannons and 2 organ guns. I mean, that's pretty dependent on artillery, though. Maybe we can add a troll hammer torpedo. Or even some slayers, some giant slayers. Or hammers. We will feel it out. We'll feel it out. But for now, I'm definitely going to add those 2.
Summon me if you dare.
The Varenka Hills. We can get some furs as resources to trade and more money. It's beautiful. Let's get everyone moving.
I'll cast the runes.
Still recovering. And do I want to give him anything of this ilk? I don't think so. As I'll be able to get Longbeard soon enough. But Yanni is definitely going to make a move towards... Who are you? Are you at war with the Empire? Yeah. Are you friendly with Gel? Friendly enough. He's not the biggest threat to the Empire. Right now we gotta go over here and we're gonna have to help them. He's absolutely correct. And Cody's absolutely correct. They need some help. So we're gonna send some armies to assist both Gelt in this region and Franz up in here against the Fecundites. Just gonna take care of some more of our goodies here. Better walls? No. Black Iron Mine? More secure? Yeah, we're gonna want that. I'm actually gonna want Black Iron Mine walled. For sure. Who's not moved? Thorgrim. Ah, yes, Thorgrim. How could I forget Papa Thorgrim? Let's fight one of these battles. Let's get the Axe of Grimnir, shall we? Yeah, let's jump in.
Behold, the stone fruits of the Engineers Guild's labor. New flying gyro machines will take to the air. Let me assure my traditionalist brethren within the guild that Thorgrim himself would be pleased with this innovation. Now, let us test them against the eternal enemy, the ones who have more entries in the great book of grudges than any other, the Orcs. See how the green-skin filth flock round that vile pillar. Let us wipe them out. So confident am I in these new machines that I forsake my axe, and will not take it up again until victory is secured here. I do this in the knowledge that those orcs will soon be corpses scattering the battlefield. Let us be about this.
Thorgrim is after his Axe of Grimnir. Everybody's set up. We're launching shots into the enemy. Killing goblins. Explosive rounds to the face of the enemy. They have reinforcements coming in from both flanks. One being pretty much just chaff with a lord, the other having more advanced units, like Black Orcs. I had to adjust my lines, as you could see, splitting my army up into essentially 3. As there's no way my troops could have, like, gotten to the enemy. Nice shots coming in here. There's no way that my troops could have gotten to the enemy in time. I would have been surrounded, and it would have been real bad. So instead, we have our boys set up here. We're going to go ahead and send charges into these wolf riders, because wolf riders are going to wolf ride, you know? Get some flames going. Some charred wolf. Yeah, that unit took a beating. Yeah, that HP is halfway done. Quarreler's going to start launching some shots at more of them. Our cannon unit, one of them has turned to fire at the Black Orcs, doing a substantial amount of damage, actually. And I launched my gyro bomber up there just to keep an eye on what they're doing. Excellent flame damage here. We're doing a little bit of friendly fire. It's hard to avoid, but we're pressing these Goblin Wolf Riders with flames. It's going pretty well. They're routing off. Just the Lords coming in now. Getting ready for an attack here. Gonna get to the Zufbar. 42 pounders in. Decimate the goblins. Black orcs are gonna come in here. That's okay. Snorri is gonna get involved. Start throwing goblins around with his Hermes hat. This Black Orc unit's coming in. It's gonna be a little bit of an issue. We got some hammerers in to take him down. Advanced infantry on advanced infantry. Cannon fire raining in. Hitting savage orcs. Thorgrim's charging in to help us, boys. Cutting Black Orcs to mush. Attaboy. Yeah, our gyro bomber was taking fire. I actually didn't realize that, but we eventually pull it out. Put some nice shots in on this Black Orc unit here. Just maneuvering our dwarves to allow the Black Orcs to get shot up. As you can see, they're caught in between two units now. And we're firing rounds into their backs. Sending some shots in at the enemy here as well. Excellent explosive rounds. Cannon fire. Savage Orcs getting cut down. This hammer unit got itself a little bit exposed, but they can handle themselves against goblins. Friendly fire there was a bit unfortunate, but we're going to keep it moving. Iron Drake's doing some work, sending these Wolf Riders home for good. Quarrelers turning. We're taking fire from these Doom Divers. As everyone knows how I feel about Doom Divers, I really despise them. Here comes a round right here. Bracing for impact. Pretty inaccurate. Zufbar, look at the damage there. Oh, ripping them up. Took out a unit real nice there. Thorgrim's going to come in here, start fighting the lords. Our Thane and the warriors did a great job this way. Our cannons are getting ready to turn. You can see the gyro bomber just barely escaped with its life. 328 health left. Gonna try and run off my warriors so that my Iron Drakes can collectively fire at this lord. As we continue to do damage to their archers. He's doing a good job, but we're gonna let some fire loose soon. And it's gonna cut him down. Thorgrim and his boys have the units routing here in the center. Hammer is cutting in, finishing off the goblins and some Black Orcs for measure. Thorgrim's gonna march right in there. You can see this guy's health actually it's getting chunked down. He doesn't die, but he's getting chunked. This guy's having a hard time. Grizz Guts. Thorgrim just runs him over. And starts putting some hits on their lord here. We're going to want to get them all routing. Zogrim's putting shots in on the Night Goblin Shaman right here. More rounds popping in, killing Night Goblins. That was an excellent round there from Thorgrim. I mean, he's just doing damage. You're going to see Thorgrim's just going to chunk away these two guys and barely take any damage himself. Get a little duel action. Yeah, here we go, but it's just going to be a here we go off the battlefield. The hammer is Thorgrim's protective guard. It's coming in to help out. Night Goblins aren't going to stand a chance. Army losses nearly achieved. Nearly achieved. We're sending some shots in at these catapults. You can see they're starting to rout. These goblins aren't going to do much. Thorgrim's still looking to duel their lord. Splitting goblins' heads. Otherwise, this guy's going to get shot up now. We have all of our troops focus firing him. He won't make it too long at this rate. You can see him, he can barely run off. The army losses has been inflicted, and the Axe of Grimnir is indeed ours. Well, I'm not all that pleased with how that went, but we got the axe. And we'll recover. Luckily, we're in a province with a massive amount of replenishment rate. Oath, gold, and money. The Axe of Grimnir has been... We also get extra replenishment rate there, so... It's not going to take too long, but it'll take pretty long. I don't know if I want to sit here for that long. I think it's time I just replace them. I could replace even his front line with proper Longbeards. Something to consider. I might do it next turn, though. I'm going to change that to allow us to recruit an extra unit and increase their rank. Doesn't need leadership. Let's make them hit a little bit more.
For the wisdom of the land.
Our lad over here is going to focus on increasing mobility. We're just working down his blue line at this point.
Let's march.
And I think we're maxed out here. Pretty much. I mean, you can make them a little faster. The Ancestral Grudge, that's only against one faction, so it's not that beneficial. I suppose speed. I mean, how fast would you be? 35 speed, maybe? Perhaps not speared. I mean, honored by Grimnir would give his hammers physical resistance. We're going to do that. And I'm actually going to go Grimnir's heirs. Because he will have these units eventually. Okay. So with that, I mean, there's building upgrades everywhere. The outposts. Let's check our outposts out. And also our missions. Uzga. Okay. Uzga's over there. Blazkak's over there. I can't say whether or not I'll kill any of them, so I'm going to hold off on that. When it comes to outposts, let's try Aberheim, Faldorf. It's still pretty lame. Reichland's outpost is far superior. Replenishment rate for the armies in the region. Would that be our allies as well? And give them a better garrison? We are going to want to help out Ubersreich. 4 turns, though. Questionable. Alright. I need to get over there soon. Before I do, though, I need armies, proper forces. Which is going to take time. So until then, we're going to have to just move on. He's moved, yeah. Suppose I can upgrade some stuff here. And we'll also get this all taken care of. Maybe there's a Grungni Lord. Yes, there is. The Deep Brow. So we'll get him involved. And say goodbye. Get myself another Iron Warden's Tankard. As that's something I just want to stack on all my heroes. Particularly the Runesmith who has it. Do you? You don't. Thorgrim doesn't have it either, but let's be honest, even in that battle that we just saw, Brass Cleaver is quite good actually.
Send me to vengeance.
Yeah, have that, my man.
It is time.
Okay, everything else here is okay. He's okay. He doesn't need it. Not yet. Not yet.
It is time.
Brightstone Mine. Hell yeah. That's a good one to upgrade. The money can go there. Alright, next turn we'll be helping there. We may even be able to make them just run away, but I want to kill them. And then take the Sentinels. And or destroy the Sentinels. I'm not quite sure. Because I can't afford to go into the Mountains of Morn while he is still around, you know, so we shall see. I will absolutely destroy the Sentinels and Damon Stump, I think, thus setting him back quite a bit, coming back to deal with Grimgor. But we are moving on.
Greetings, honorable ally.
Alright. No. I'm just going to continue to decline that and not include it. Alright. Well, the time has come. The War of the Beards. Here it comes. Knights of Kaldor have declared war on Ironbrow's expedition. Luckily, we'll have their help in this fight, and Ironbrow's expedition is no pushover. So I will enter the war. It's time to fight Imrik. That war declaration also changes, can I get anything good yet? No. Not quite. Not quite. Get a new, oh, Discipline Thane's pretty good. 6 Thanes? A Discipline Thane could work once I get some more advanced, melee infantry in this army, which will happen soon. Next turn. Next turn we'll begin recruiting them. Next turn a lot of things are going to happen over here. That's good. So for now we'll stick with these guys, and I will get that Thane.
Summon me if you dare.
Mr. Hogmog. Oh, look, it's like Groth's son. Maybe, I don't know. Similar names. Son, uncle, brother. One of them. There you go, moving down that line. Let's get him kitted out if I can, which I don't believe I really can. Let's take care of some of this stuff, though. Sure. Yep. Yeah, we're going to be recruiting them. Actually, I could do that for a few. That would make us really cheap. That's actually a good idea. Where is his army? Groth.
Anad.
Mr. Groth. Get us, not the Stonemason, not a Slayer Ward. The Powder Maker. Doesn't have any.
Onward.
Story Cragbrow has room. That's what we'll do. Our artillery will be very cheap next turn. Alright, so look at all this war now. We can actually occupy quite a bit of this land. I intend to. Cazador's going to do a lot of fighting. For now, we're going to have to get Greasus out of here. Howling Rock is now just a pawn. It's a piece that can fall. I don't care. Okay, another army there. Decisive Low. I will accept Decisive Low. Yeah, that's a good result for this army. I mean, he took a beating, but as a whole, I would say it's pretty good. So, Oath Gold and money.
Time for a reckoning.
And our replenishment's decent. Grimnir's Heirs is all good. Are we close to rank 7? Not really. Inspirational Leader. We'll keep pushing this way. Can't get any Slayers or anything like that yet to replace my other guy. Yeah, we're going to be taking out this camp for sure, and then I'm going to destroy the Sentinels. Yeah, they're pressing me pretty hard. I need to set him back before focusing them. Where are their forces? This is what I'm doing right now, is just taking a quick peek. See? There's one there. There's Prentisly. Oh man, we may actually be able to get her to force march her ass over here
The High King
and die. You know, I mean, we're gonna be full strength anyway. What's her range? This, like, right there is a good spot.
What? Ready?
Well, it's not in our own land, so actually, we'll sit here in ambush stance, because they may come right next to us, perhaps.
Yes.
We'll sit here. We're gonna recover almost a full. We'll see what they want to do. Our garrisons are all relatively powerful. I'm feeling pretty good about that situation. Bitterstone Mine, I will upgrade it.
Can I help you?
Not much we could do in regards to recruitment here yet. We're gonna have to wait a little bit longer. I'll give him some Quarrelers.
Lord of Clan Thorgrim.
He needs that guy though. I'll tell you what else he needs. He needs an engineer, if I can just give him one. I may end up just giving him one. Grung needs knights, thank you. Oh, he's a king? I will say this much, I don't think he's a king, so I'm gonna get rid of that. Okay. When it comes to an engineer, I want one for that army over there. And Grimnir is obviously the best one to have join an army, so that is what we're going to do. No more Grungni lords for recruiting, though, I would imagine. No? Okay. Alright. I think I'm good. Most of this building is just growth buildings, except for that. And that I want. And I'm saving what little money I do have left. I do want Ekron to grow. Ekron's pretty powerful as is. It's a pretty good garrison for Ekron. This area needs to be secure in order for me to push northwest to help out the Empire, which is still my intention. I think Groth is that lord that's not being moved, which is okay. Thorek. Tell you what, Thorek. Do that. Do that. Try and fight them.
Iron will.
And I'll be able to push towards some pit. Some pit I definitely want, because that'll secure this region. If Thorek owns these two, not the worst thing in the world. Plus the Misty Mountain. Oh, there's a full army over there. Yeah, Thorek's got some problems. But that his ass is exposed. Okay, enough strategizing. We're moving on to the next turn. Alright, so our ambush was foiled. That's okay. Hopefully that army stuck around. They didn't. Where'd they go? They might have forced march back there. I want to destroy the camp. That's an obvious thing to do. Silver Spear does indeed need to go up to get an upgrade, I would say. Because I don't want to lose it. I don't mind losing Howling Rock, but I'd like walls here.
For the wisdom of Vallejo.
Alright, well, I mean, it's a no-brainer. That has to go. And go it did. Gold money. That was our movement range. Borg's probably going to occupy that. Which, if he does, I want to destroy it immediately, so I might try and lure him into occupying it. Via an ambush.
Aye, grudges will be settled.
Like, if he just doesn't see me, he'll sit there and take it, we can kill him, blow it up, and move on to our actual goal. And plus, they might force march back. So, just hide in plain sight. High King's Authority's good. We do have a lot of trades. Construction cost for all buildings is quite good. Reduction in the time it takes to get that stuff is also good. To build our capitals. I like this, actually. It's one of the biggest things is we grow slowly. Part of the growth being so slow is that it takes so long to build the settlement buildings. Like 5 turns, right? 5. Imagine that being 3. Yeah, that'd be very nice. Alright, so Cazador's chilling. I need to see what they've done. He sat there. Imrik is moving. Where is Thorek? Oh, he moved over here. Alright, he's basically full health. There's a little... We're tapped out here. He's pretty much as good as he's gonna get. Let's get Yanni. Some Quarrelers. Begin that construction. Ekrand. Do I want to give him anything special here? Like, perhaps Iron Drakes? Perhaps. Get in the army. Where is you? He needs to get his ass over here. It's gonna keep happening. Alright, Logan Hogmog is gonna get in here. We could start recruiting a lot of troops here, so I have to take that into account. Especially when it comes to upgrading that. Let's see what we gotta do here first. Recruiting's more important to me now. It takes 2 turns to get this stuff. Like, that's beautiful. This is gonna cause so much damage to troops as they approach. It's unreal. But the fact that it takes 2 turns hurts my feelings. Ironbreakers, Overhammerers, I don't know. I love the ability for Ironbreakers to hold in their ammunition. Like, their ranged attacks are nice. More health over here with magic attack. I'm not sure. I don't want too many ranged units in this army. So I may go 3 and 3. I think that's what I'll do. Or maybe 4 Ironbreakers and 2 Hammers.
Summon me if you dare.
I think that's a good balance. Okay, can I still upgrade this or no? After that? Yes, I can. That's good. Lord not moved. Probably Thorgrim. Okay, Thorgrim. I can reach this. Can I reach this? I believe I can. I know I don't have to do this. There was a great tip. No, I can't. Just barely can't. It's red on the bottom left corner. I can move closer. Maybe shield draw in towards here. Because with Imrik moving in, he's going to try and take something here, right? And with me at almost full health... Like, what would her attack angle be?
Beyond even quiet.
Would she just try and come this way? I think so.
Retake the realm.
And I would... I'm going to try it one more time. If not, we're moving. If it doesn't work, we're going to get out there. Worst case, I do not want her to force march this way. That's something I don't want. So maybe perhaps being in ambush stance would be a detriment.
Onward.
I might even want to lure her into an attack,
This is absurd.
thinking she could win.
An ad.
They do have good ranged units, but I could disrupt them.
Send me to vengeance.
Maybe get them to blob up and the Zuf Bars can kill them. Alright, we're going to go into this stance here. Where can Imrik go?
A waste of talent.
I don't want him force marching to protect them. I would like these two forces, I think, to attack me.
Throw bearers. Let's march.
In a prolonged siege here, it probably wouldn't be nice, so I do want them to attack. She could attack me up to that point, and I'm sure they can reinforce. So we're going to be here. We'll have extra leadership, extra defense. I have a feeling they're going to go for it. It would be nice if they did. Alright, check for any missions here with Reichland. Next snap, I'm just not going to be there in time. I have to wait for my armies to recruit. But we are planning to assist our allies, our Humies, the Ungi. Alright, let's get ourselves going. We're moving. Let's hope we get these dragons. Catch them sleeping. Alright, well, Kolek Suneater wants to declare war on us. It makes total sense. He's trying to kill Grimgor and the Darkland Orcs, which is cool. That's fine. And we'll see what he does. I'm not really sure. I'm not sure if that's his thing either, but we'll see what he wants to do. As he's right here. His army might be there. So Kazdor, again, is just being held up from going over here. I might just recruit another army as well. I need to just start taking lands, so... A chaff force or something from here, from 8 Peaks, could head into this area, the Desolation of Azorg, or Asgore. So we'll do that. But anyway, war it is. Yeah, they lost their outpost. Mission aborted there. They're destroyed. That's good. I don't know what happened. Oh. Well. I can't just leave this army here. So they have to die. Should be an auto-resolve. And they're pretty much non-existent. I really, yep, good. Did not take many casualties there. That's excellent. And now... They're not recruiting over here, which is something I think they're going to regret eventually. Very high military presence there. I could push for the Demon Stump.
As the High King commands.
I think I will. I think I can attack it next turn from this position, I hope. It would be nice. Like I said, I think I'm going to go with another force here. Our upkeep's going to be crazy.
I'll cast the runes.
But somebody's got to do it.
What do you want?
I want to give you... I don't know what I want to give you. I suppose more ammunition for our fighting men. He just needs to get into the shit and actually fight.
Aye, all right. An artillery train to speed us up.
Ah, yes. Okay, lots of upgrades here. Lots of money. Let's get our resources up. This is a good resource province. Oh shit. Okay. Morglis Neck Snappers here. Wow. Okay. All right. Yeah, they're even coming for me. It's a wild position for him to be in.
Get at me,
definitely fuck around with Varenka Hills. After recruiting this, I need to step down a little bit. Perhaps even do global recruitment in the Varenka Hill region. I would say I'll upgrade it, but it might not be worth it at this point in time. That's worth it. Pillars of Brinderaz. I suppose walls, but I also kind of like the idea of being able to recruit rangers from this province. Just getting some upgrades done everywhere. The huge. Alright, so Thorgrim, they didn't attack me, which is strange. I'd like to get a field battle. I think they would come out to face me, right?
Wipe out the trespassers.
Field battle would be good. Close, medium. No full cat. Decisive. Oh, obviously, be decisive. I'm bringing them out to the field. This is what I want. So we're gonna fight this battle. Just want to get an idea of the terrain. Okay. Very rocky. Alright, let's dive in. Thorgrim again, called into action, this time against the High Elves. Gyro Bomber's gonna come out here and lay this mage to waste. Laritherial? Yeah. She's about to be ethereal, if you know what I'm saying. Turn into a nice little ghost. Shot right to the titty. It's not very good for her. She's looking bad. Yeah, just consistently gonna beat her down. We're gonna speed through this as I did in the actual fight. Just running around, ooh, trying to get a good shot. I realize it doesn't really matter. Pinning them down. Their reinforcements are nowhere near coming in. She's about to rout off. There she goes. You'll see I clicked to wait reinforcements. I just did it again there, but in the actual battle, that's exactly what happened. And she's gonna bite the dust. Bye-bye. Oh, one more round. There she goes. Down goes Letherial. Little arm chopped off. There it is. There's all that spew. Elf blood. Now we're just holding off, waiting for their reinforcements to come in, our defensive position. Let's go take a look at it. You got Thorgrim leading the line. Our Thane, Snorri Morgrimmel over there. Scattered, bit of a checkerboard sort of type formation with our Iron Drakes holding here in between our lines. They could fall back if necessary. Quarrelers all the way in the back with their arc fire. And our Thunderers on the edges providing sort of like a bowl. A death bowl right here. Enemy reinforcements come in. If I could get over here, that'd be nice. Yeah, I didn't realize this Great Eagle was there. And it's faster, so it's gonna try to catch my Gyro Bomber, but we're gonna keep it moving. Some of the damage here on these units, only a few units, was one of my Zufbar 42 pounders. We are making our move. Doing our thing, luring a couple of their units in. It's going to be very useful. And another reason why I chose this position in particular is that I had a feeling they would try and funnel through this particular area. And we would lock up a lot of their troops there with our artillery fire. They'll just be in lines. And my cannons are just itching, chomping at the bit to make that happen. You can see we're doing good damage here to Kyrian. Tyrion's wannabe brother. What a fucking volley that was, huh? Illyrian Reaver's just getting bowled over. Shots coming in. Ripping up these units. They're going to reach our lines, but it's not going to do too much. He's about to rout off already. And now it's just Talankin. Our Thunderers are going to be able to get some good shots off. He's going to try and take out Iron Drakes. He will kill a few, but our units are going to come in to support. Our Hammerers are going to cut through the sky. Very collapsible position. Great Eagle's going to launch itself in here to our Dwarf Warriors. Wrong target. There goes Kyrian. Murdered. Charred. Talankeen's gonna run away now. Worst decision ever by this eagle is to go challenge my Thane. As it's now freely getting focus fired, and it gets absolutely melted. And down it goes. You can see my fire's already coming in here. Let's get some good shots in this artillery, because it's gonna rain in. Here comes some more. Look at that volley. It's just cracking up the high elves as they approach. Cannon fire launching some men back there. More cannons. Because what's happening at the front isn't as exciting as some of this stuff. I mean, just a barrage. Just pouring in on this. Look at, like I said, funneled all of them through to this little gap. I knew it would cause massive amounts of damage. And we were just ripping their units up. Adjusting our targets appropriately. We are getting hit with some magic. That's okay. Little Uranan's Thunderbolt there. Look at this blob. Artillery pouring in. I was a bit focused over here on this portion of the battle at this time. But we got them routing off. You can see our Iron Drakes putting in some shots. Charred elves. Gunshots coming in. Quarreler rounds coming in. Just getting toasted. Another round right to the face. And they'll turn and run. You can see now our fire is just going to be hitting this clumped unit of archers. All of their archers decided to hang tight right here. And I'll tell you what, it was a mistake, as you can see. Just you're going to see a lot of elves come flying through here. Round after round of artillery just blasts away at units. Got them held in here. Threw the hammers in, just to hold them in place a little bit so that we can continue to cook them. Dwarf Warriors shifting in. Thunder fire. Thorgrim's dueling their lord. Basically has it killed. This battle's basically over. We're just waiting for the army losses at this point. Launching more and more artillery. Right into the heart of this line. Bang. I mean, you could see just cannons just ripping elves to shreds. More rounds flying in. A little deep. Still got the job done. And that's it. That's the army losses. Cannon's gonna rain in right here. Oh, just crush them. Just maintaining our fire all throughout. We're not gonna stop just because the battle's over. As I knew I had to fight them again, so cannon fire is gonna continue to rain in. Right there, just, I mean, cutting units down. You think they regret declaring war on the dwarfs? I think so. Got our Gyro Bomber over here. I have some presents for them. And I know you know what that means. Just some casual bombing runs. Just dropping bombs everywhere. Oh my goodness. Silly elves. Where are we going? Just running right down that line, destroying that unit. And that's pretty much all she wrote. Alright. Excellent result. Took a little bit of focus damage on a few units, but nothing too crazy as you could see. He had to duel one of the nobles. None of the nobles survived the battle. They lose their eagle. Really solid. Very happy with that. So, Oath Gold and and money. Alright. So Apprentice Lee's forces are now pretty much beat. It's decisive low. I'm gonna accept, I think, decisive blow. It should stay this way. We'll see. Okay. I mean, a little bit too much damage on my melee infantry, but with Imrik there, I don't even know if I want to occupy it. But I will, because I think fighting Imrik in a siege situation wouldn't hurt, so we'll occupy.
Send me to vengeance.
Because we could draw Imrik in all by himself in a siege. I mean, yes, he has some flying units, but focus firing him is definitely a possibility. 45 missile resist. 35 missile resist.
Aye.
It's a possibility. Don't need that. We want walls here.
And that? Yes.
Going down Grimnir's heirs.
Throne bearers. Let's
I
march.
suppose you could boost income.
Onward.
This one right here, I'm gonna go with, you can get his charge bonus pretty high, to be honest with you, but that actually might be the best move. Yeah. Well, yeah, we'll go devastating charge, as that gives 6, it's only 4, so we'll go that way.
This is absurd.
Perhaps he'll actually fight, Imrik now. That would be nice. That was a solid first battle, though, in our war against the elves. Hero not moved, just taking a quick look at that. Mr. Drakebeard. He's just grungny. Let's move him over here. More of like a scouting mission than anything else.
Summon me if you dare.
Still have to wait a turn, I believe. No, I want to see that. Yeah, wait a turn there. Everyone else is doing their thing. We have enough Oath Gold for another Iron Warden's tankard. I'll get it. Ah, no. What happened to the pottery? What happened with the pottery? Who
The Empire.
Bring me in.
Yes.
were we trading with? Oh, Zufbar wants to confederate. Is it worth confederating with them at the moment? I couldn't tell you. Where's Kolek? Is Kolek actually right there? Yeah, he is. I'll accept, because I think Kolek's going to come down. Although we are going to probably fight Vlad. But I'm going to... Ooh, Fraltras is worth more. He might come too. I'll accept this mission. See what happens. We'll see what happens. I'm definitely going to accept the mission to kill Imrik. And... yeah. Solid stuff so far. Still debating building an army here. Yeah. We're going to build an army here. Tecton Firehand, we don't really need that. Get a Valea. The Lord of Valea. It's just a strong fighting lord. But why spend the 900 when you could just get fire? Yeah, let's get Tecton in here. He's already rank 8 as well.
Time for a reckoning.
It is time for a reckoning. And he's going to come in here with iron, I think Longbeards. I'm going to have 6 Longbeards total. We're going to get some Quarrelers, probably 6 of them as well. And then go all out when it comes to the fun units, cannons, and Iron Drakes. Perhaps a Grudge Thrower, we'll see. But we need him to take out some of Imrik's lands. You know? I could obviously sell this position to Thoric, but I probably won't. It's a major settlement. Why would I not want to keep it? Somebody leave me a recommendation for a name for Crooked Fang Fort. I don't necessarily like the idea that it's called Crooked Fang Fort. I don't think that's necessarily thematically dwarf. So if anyone has any recommendations, let me know. But with that said, we're off to the next turn. The Zufbar's destroyed. That's obviously why they wanted to get that agreement. I'm definitely going to have this set up right here. I want some AP just in case we need it, but we're going to focus primarily on hold the line kind of vibes. Perhaps I should give him a hero
Onward.
instead.
Time for a reckoning.
I think he will need a hero. Disciplined.
Ready to do the guild's bidding.
And you know what? Grimnir. We're gonna give him these two heroes here.
Under control.
Protect
It shall be done.
What needs to be done?
They had to be
Get those cannons
they had to be
ready.
recruited over there, unfortunately. But we're gonna break open the cast. I definitely want them to do Barkvar Handshake, but this stuff is more important in the early part of their recruitment.
It is
And
time.
it is time to recruit. So, like I said, 4 Iron Breakers and 2 Hammers is the wave. It's definitely the wave. Can't recruit Hammers from here. It's unfortunate. We can get a lot of... Oh, Outriders with grenade launchers? That might be more fun. That's actually far more fun, and I'm going to do that. I think they're fun units.
It is time.
Alright. So Imrik didn't actually come at me. I still want to recover a bit before I go at him. Although his army isn't super special, right? It's really just Imrik. And I can draw him in. I mean, they're not going to do anything against Imrik and the dragon.
A waste of talents.
Specifically Imrik, though. What are you doing, Thork?
Unbending.
You want to go for Misty Mountain? That's understandable. Alright.
Ready.
Just taking a quick peek here at their military presence, which is not high anymore. Well, theirs is at 6. I can't even reach it.
Aye.
I still have to raid their lands. So I can, at the bare minimum,
Let us be about this.
do that, which I will. Because the Tower of Gorgoth, I think we can... Let's get this province here up to snuff so that we can be secure from northern invasions, which are inevitable. Don't have much to do here. I have plenty of building to do here, but the money is a problemo. This, yeah, all armies, fire gunpowder units. That's pretty good. That is pretty good. I'm pissed off at these von Karsteins. We're gonna be really fucking with the von Karsteins. What does he do exactly? I forget what his skills are. Wounding, hindering replenishment. The wounding could be useful, but he won't be very good at it. I guess breaking down walls could be useful as well. We'll send him up there,
For the
as we still have
wisdom
some time.
of Valea. I agree.
We still have some time all over the place, unfortunately, boys. Let's get some of them. 6 of them is good. And then we'll get some artillery, grudge throwers in his army, and then he's good to go. 4,000. Gonna want walls.
Good. Grimnir's axe.
Question is, should I wait or should I press him now? I could win the battle. What's this? Okay, 12. So there must be an army here at Spite Peak. Because he doesn't count. So they must have an army there. Yeah, it's gonna be very nice having all of this territory though. Because I'm gonna be taking the majority of the stuff here. And once I control this, it definitely opens up the border to the Mountains of Morn. Okay. Okay. We made progress here. What I'm gonna do is call this the end of part 11. We'll pick things up with Thorgrim attacking Imrik during this turn. I'm not gonna wait, but I will wait until the beginning of next episode so that we start off with something a little exciting. So until then, guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you're enjoying the series. Peace.